Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how to make this delicious pasta dish. Shrimp, herring, and Parmesan. Basically, it's an Alfredo. Light on the Alfredo because, you know, Lucar is a little bit lactose intolerant. Stay tuned. Okay, so today we are going to make shrimp pasta, and these are the ingredients that I'm going to use. This is some peeled and deveined shrimp, cleaned with some lemon juice, some herring. We need some butter. You're gonna need some heavy whipping cream, some Parmesan cheese for the top. This is shredded. You're gonna need the grated type for the sauce, some garlic powder, minced garlic, pepper, onions, and parsley, and maybe one Maggi, and the baby one. Only because this smoked herring is very salty, and we've already salted the water for the pasta. So as you can see here in this pilon, or I don't know what you call that in English, masher, I don't know. But in this, I have 3 of these herrings slices, and they're just mushed up in here in this pilon. I learned how to make this recipe in Haiti when I was a kid. And then as I got older, I realized, oh shit, that's just Alfredo. But these are the ingredients that we're about to use. So let's get it started. For the pasta, the only thing I did here was boil the pasta in water, salt water with a little bit of oil and some garlic cloves. That's all. And now it's done al dente. I didn't let it cook all the way through, but I turned it off, and it's sitting there waiting for me to make my sauce. Okay, so you want to get your pot nice and hot. Add a little bit of oil at the bottom of it. Now this is really hot here. It's like a medium high. And then you're gonna take your herring and you're going to add your herring to it. Just find a spoon to stir that up with. Got it. Okay, so you're just gonna fry this really good. Now, remember, your smoked herring is really salty, so be mindful of how much salt or whatever else you're adding into here. So, and you want this to fry really, really well. So, get your herring in there, frying. I feel like I should have put more, but hey, we got a whole 2 bags of shrimp to go in there, so it's fine. Now, we're going to add half of our onions that you saw chopped. It was actually half of an onion. So this is 1/4 of a sliced onion going in here. And the only reason why I'm not adding all my onions at once is because I do kind of like the raw taste of onions sometimes. So once the meal is done, I'll go ahead and add the rest of the onions to it. And if you already know what island sauce smells like, or smoked herring smells like, the whole house will smell like this right now. Let it fry up. Then you're gonna add some garlic to it. Now, I like to make what my grandma used to call Manje Bouzin, which basically means hoe food or bitch food. And why they call it Manje Bouzin is basically while your husband's at work, right? Supposedly the hoe is like doing whatever, and then she knows her husband is coming home, so she runs real quick and throws something together. So like a real fast meal, basically. So I like to make fast meals, not because I'm a bouzin, but because I work and I got a lot of shit to do. But I also do not like fast food, and my children are spoiled and they don't like fast food either. So I have to cook at least 4 times a week. So you get that there, nice and good. And then you're going to add a stick of butter. I know it sounds so fattening, but guess what, babe? I never told you I was on a diet. So you're gonna add a stick of butter to that. And you're gonna let that melt. Because we're making the Alfredo here. So it's gonna melt. Once that butter has melted nicely, you can chop it up if you want to. Come on. Well, you get the drift. Just let the butter melt. I gotta hurry cook this up because the boys are in boxing and I have to pick them up. So I want to cook this dinner and then be ready to go get my kids and have their food ready for them. Now, this is still going. Once that butter is melted, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our heavy cream to it. About a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now, remember, Luca's lactose intolerant, so he doesn't really like this meal. Pero this is fast. This is, you know, quick. And then I get to do my other works or do other things because this is quick. Now, I'm gonna take some of this pasta water. Not a lot, just a little bit of the pasta water and add to this because it's thick and it also has some salt in it. Why not? I should have drained the pasta, but whatever. Now you add the Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna add a good amount of that Parmesan cheese to it. I'm gonna stir that up, and now you have this nice creamy Alfredo. To this, I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley. Not all of the parsley I have, because it's gonna go in it once it's done. Stir it up. Now I'm going to add my shrimp. I do not like my shrimp overcooked. That's why I didn't fry the shrimp with it. Normally, when I watched, you know, my people do it in Haiti, they would have fried the shrimp first. But they actually wouldn't have had shrimp. But you can make this with hot dog, with chicken, whatever. I just like shrimp. I add the shrimp to it. Give it a whirl. Now remember, you don't want to overcook your shrimp. And you see it's already turning pink a little bit. So that just means that they're going to get cooked. Now while that's happening, we are going to add our pasta to the mix. Oops. That be fini, oui. Bitch, burn my finger. That's it. Add your pasta and then stir. is delicious, but like I said, it might send my husband to the bathroom. So I guess you just gonna have to deal with it. And now you just want to toss everything together. See, the shrimp is starting to cook. You want the shrimp to cook with the pasta, not before the pasta, so that you don't get hard shrimps. I hate hard shrimp. See how creamy that looks? And we're not even done. So toss it around really good. See? I didn't even add any salt to it, but it's already pretty good. Now I'm gonna add the rest of my onions. They're gonna wilt a little bit in there as well. And if you like your onions cooked or you don't like onions, you don't have to add it. And I'm gonna add the rest of my parsley. Then I'm gonna add some black pepper. Just give a nice bit of black pepper all over it. I couldn't tell you how much that is. Maybe, I really don't know. Just stir it up. See the shrimps? Now the shrimps are cooked perfectly because they're not gonna be hard. They're lightly cooked. Taste your noodles, people. Okay. Now, as I suspected, this needs that Maggi. Right now, I'm just covering the top with some garlic powder. It's a very garlicky dish. I like garlic a lot, so I add garlic. Now, you take your Maggi. This Maggi is giving me problems to open it, so I'm gonna take a big one, crush it in there. If you do it with the skin on, you don't have to touch it. Your Maggi. Now that's just half of the Maggi. I left the other half in. And you want to toss your pasta again. And then you serve this with some garlic bread. Boom. Taste it. You can add a little bit more Parmesan to it. I feel like that Maggi was really, not Maggi, that herring didn't really do much, so I'm gonna add a sprinkle of salt. But please, if you're making this and your a la salt or your herring was very salty, or you put more than 3, or your water was salty when you made your pasta, don't add too much salt. Let's say Farrah made you have some salty ass food. I'll see you at plating. And there you have it. Sprinkle a little Parmesan on that, not too much. And we're done. Manje Bouzin. Nice, juicy, succulent pasta, shrimp, not overcooked. This is simple, just some Texas toast. You know, stuck it in the air fryer, boom, boom, boom. Manje Bouzin. And there you have it. Daddy, it's ready.